Michael Jordan rose.
You're out of control. You are actually out of control.
I was reading. It was funny because I followed this Paris page, and it had like a meme, and it was a road from Paris and a road from I don't know, Philadelphia, and it said this road was built in 1868, and this road was built 6 years ago, and it had all these potholes in it, and the other road was pristine, but it was made out of straight cobble rock. It was big boulders. I was like, man, that joint to tear our cars up. We ride over that. Yo,
they don't have 18-wheelers and stuff driving on their roads. That's why.
You right. They got bicycles with big gas bonjour. All right, you ready to do this podcast so we can go home?
Yes.
You gotta have the baguettes hanging out the basket. All right, you ready to do this podcast so we can go home? Make this quick. Does camera look all right, or is it too close?
No, it's good. Don't forget to turn the camera on this week.
This one's already on, B. This one's on? Too close?
Making sure that the seconds are ticking down. I mean, the red things are flashing, so I assume that means...
the seconds ticking down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, it's too close. You don't see this black bar right here, do you?
What bar? Yeah, but you're going to cut that out anyways. I mean, you're the one who put it that way. I can turn it around.
No, turn it around. Well, I was trying not to have a bar in this one. Here. Oops. Let's just turn that.
Hello. Hi.
And you on both cameras now.
Hello. Hi.
This is a double feature.
Double feature sound.
You get to rush Machete and what was the other one with the car?
Oh, matter of fact, I meant to put that on my list. I'm going to have to change my list now.
What, Machete?
No, Death Proof. Death Proof is
what?
stressful.
That movie was dumb.
What are you talking about? When they chasing them girls around, they freaking out.
Fam. There's way more stressful movies than that.
Not many.
My list, what?
Not many.
My list of stress is crazy.
Your list of stress is probably weird, only related to you, that no one else will relate to.
Nah, so, all of these you'd be able to relate to. That's 100% fact.
You got some weird stuff that only you relate to.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this, fam. Oh, and he just...
Death Proof was definitely stressful when Kurt Russell was chasing him in that car.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it was.
No, thanks.
Yeah, it was.
Dang, Skate out here flexing. Ooh, these hats getting ready to drop. Fam, these hat sites now be doing passwords to get into sites now. I didn't know that. I can't be keeping up with this stuff. This joint is you get to it, put the password in, then you could cop. I ain't got time for all that. We both went 10-6 this week, B. He apologized for being so late. Shout out to the homie Matt, man. That's the homie. He keeps us on our toes, B. You ready? Let's do this. Yo, let's take this podcast episode. Actually, this camera's off. Here we go. Yo, let's take this
Mario Brothers. That joint went.
Episode 264.
I don't know if you want to take it off or not. Pause up.
Last time I took
Pause up.
Last time I took it off, you was crazy white.
Pause.
You was like, you look alright. Well, on camera, you look alright. But in my HD computer,
emoji.
Yes, both lines, bars. All right, y'all see this podcast episode 264. George Greg back in the building.
You know what? This might be Illuminati, but if you turn a pause sideways, it becomes equality, and those things are contrary to each other.
Actually funny. Pause. But that's why you're supposed to use it. That might be.
I think pause goes against equality, huh?
No.
I think it does. I think it does.
Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, listen to this podcast. Long day,
open
fam.
Your third eye.
Long day, fam. Did you bring anything to open? Because I didn't have anything. I thought about bringing all black.
I got those
dunks, but I was like, it's too late now.
I got those but they haven't even shipped yet. What's those chocolate milk, chocolate syrup?
Oh, you got them
Nesquik
Bodega Dunks, them strawberry quicks or whatever. Wait, which ones just came out? Strawberry or chocolate?
Chocolate came out first.
Oh, you keep it? Are they selling?
Yeah, my size. I didn't check any smaller sizes.
What they sell? Like selling good? Them joints
It's more than double.
whack. What? I see bodega collaborations be whack, but they
I
be
don't think
selling.
Bodega.
Yeah, it is.
I'm on the air.
Oh, no.
Social status?
Oh, social status. You're right.
I'm on the air. Same company.
Social status. I'm a man. Yours the same company?
Yeah.
I learn something new every single day on this podcast. So I
You
know
learn
nothing
about
about
hats,
this.
sneakers, and sports, and how to turn the camera around.
Facts. You got any pickups, B?
Just that Nesquiks.
I just see somebody on Twitter that said they had 4 pickups this week, and that was by far their best one. So I don't know what else they copped, but it must have been whack.
I mean, they just got different beliefs, like Muslims and Christians.
They must have got 3.
Them stories about them Taliban scrapping is hilarious.
I mean,
Them cats took over. It was another story. I don't know if I sent it to you. It was another story. Oh no, I retweeted it. That said, all the fighters are so worried because now they can't become martyrs. I said, y'all number one concern is life is to not continue living.
I don't understand them. I mean, honestly, I wasn't surprised by any of it. I was just like, hey, man, that's what's going to happen. Like, them cats ain't no team. Like, they actually won. Like, the fact that you can just be like, this is ours now, and actually win, and then you still fighting, like, you won. Like, it's rare that happens. Like, I've seen other countries already starting to negotiating with them and, like, having chats and stuff like that. The U.S. included. Like, hey, well, it's theirs now. Like, we got to have chit-chats with them. And them cats is like fighting over power in there, which I'm not surprised. They got no social structure. They got no respect. Maybe or stuff like that. You got any pickups? Anything else? Any pickups? You got the dunks this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, this morning. White, gray dunks, the ones you said are invisible.
Didn't even try. Now, I almost...
You probably forgot.
You're right. I got the notification and didn't even move. And I thought the notification was like one of them stupid celebrate the anniversary of sneakers app or whatever, some garbage. So I didn't even move. Then when I seen you tweet out, yo, look at this rainbow. I was like, what? So I had that dunk rainbow, and I was like,
that's how you know people.
Opposite.
That's how you know people homophobic when they don't click like on it. Huh?
I was like, okay. I was like,
no
what
one
is this
clicked
supposed
like
to mean? I was like, what's that? This ain't no rainbow one. It's a cloud.
Dunk rainbow. Dunk rainbow means you own all the colors.
I thought about copping that, trying and putting in like one of the 50 off-white laces, like. Not the laces that come with it, but like a neon yellow lace in it. You have to. Them choices whack. You leave white lace. Is it your size?
Yeah.
Are you keeping that?
It's a dunk.
You keeping that?
Yeah, it's a dunk.
Oh, you got to put in like violet laces or hot pink or hot orange. Yeah, you do.
You said that about those.
do.
You said that about those white. What you call it? That you got to wear like hot pink socks because they see through. No, you don't. You just wear white socks. You good.
Which ones?
Those Nikes that came out a couple years ago.
React thingies?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
you were like, you have to.
Well, you
wear white socks.
to.
They look fine.
Swag. But those, you got to add some flavor to it. You got to put some color to it. You got to do something. It was boring. It sucked.
Butter, salt, marjoram.
For me, what did I pick up? I picked up nothing, I don't think. I mean, I bought some stuff for the trip. Other than that, that's it. Paid for a few tickets, museums, Moulin Rouge, some touristy things. Read the reviews, heard be some freaks in there be at Moulin Rouge, man. It was funny because his wife left a review and she was like, you know what, none of us enjoyed it except my husband. And clearly, hope he got it out of his system. I was like, yo.
What do you do, jerk off in the crowd?
No. I was like, gotta get out of his system. I was like, man, I don't know if we want to go to this. It might be a little out of control. But they had a curfew there that was like 11 o'clock, but I don't think they must have lifted it or something because they opened back up shows at 11. So who knows? No pickups for me. I didn't even try for anything, I don't think. Dang, man. I bought a bunch of clothes, but I haven't got here yet. Other than that, that's it. What come out this week, fam?
Let's see.
Breezing through this show, B. Giving the people what they want.
Yes, Drew Brees.
Getting straight to the point.
See, you can wear these and call them London Fog, even though you're in Paris.
I might be going to the UK, though. I take a quick flight over there. I think it's like a 2-hour flight. Go over there, eat some fish and chips, then come back.
Yep.
You got to.
Take a baguette with you. Put the fish and the chips in the middle of the baguette. Take a bite.
A fish and chip baguette sandwich sounds good.
You could take the boat from Dunkirk to from
Paris.
From what is it? Omaha Beach. Too. What city is that?
I don't know if that's over there. Is that Omaha Beach?
It's in France.
Oh, it's in France. Yeah.
Could take it from there to
reenact it.
The Battle of Britain.
Reenact it.
Eat your fish and chips in a French baguette and go right back.
From another country to reenact some other country's war is funny.
I mean, technically it was our war too.
I mean, it was, but
London Gray Fog Dunk Lows came out today, and a bunch of other stuff that no one cared about. Let's see. There ain't much, at least on the top of the list.
There's only maybe about 5 or 6 things.
What's
maybe.
A Puma court rider Blue Mazing?
I don't know. What's next?
These joints, somebody asking $700 for these joints.
It's a lot of cat that got issues in the Puma community, me. I've been getting a lot of random messages. Like, I told you how I shouted out that one podcast. I mean, that's the homie. Like, that's the only Puma cats I know. Just random messages from like other Puma cats, like, yeah, look at these DMs they sent me. Like, look what they called me.
I didn't read any of that stuff.
Look at these suggestive names they called me. Like, I was like, what?
These suggestive names.
Then they created another page and like tagged us in it. And then I hit the home, like, yo, fam, what is this, man? He said, like, it's just weird racist cats. Like, said that, like, in the Puma community, I guess it's, like, really heavy white people and stuff like that. Then, like, all of a sudden, black people started really getting into it. So all the white people was like, yo, what you doing, fam? Go back to Jordans. I don't know. They didn't say that, but I'm pretty confident it's something like that.
Sounds like this happened in actual Germany.
That's what it sounds like. So who knows, B? But shout out to them, man. I rock with the Fox, they're my homies, you know, Puma, Cats, the ones I know, that's it, you know. And they podcast, it's dope to me. It's cool, all right. They're the ones that promote Puma. Puma doesn't want to promote Puma, so they promote Puma, so it is what it is. What else you got?
Henry Ruggs, PE. Well, I mean, it's not
what?
It's not a...
Let me see.
It's a superstar.
Oh, that's whack.
Not, you know, I didn't, you know, man, what's it called?
Shelto.
No, when you get your own shoe. What's it called?
Signature line?
Yeah, signature shoe. It ain't a signature shoe.
I mean, that's not a sig, it's just a
That's what I'm saying. I didn't mean to say it was a PE. I mean, I didn't mean to say it was a signature shoe. You thought that's what I meant. That's why you said, what?
Yeah, no, I thought it was going to be something like the Saquons.
White and blue, what you call it. Okay, that's not a signature shoe either. He just changed
It's not a signature, but... Don't talk about that, B.
You just changed the shoe a little bit.
Don't talk about that.
Confusion from COVID has set into my brain.
I'm going to have to give that a stamp of approval.
Miami Hurricanes and Arizona State Ultra 4D. You copping both?
No thanks. When they get to 101 something, then I'll cop.
All right.
Fam, one of the best 4Ds of all time is still unconfirmed. Or Nike, Adidas to buy. And it's all white OG 4D joint. I mean, fam, I remember when 4Ds first came out, there was only one person two people regularly who had them. Boost God and Two Beard Jays at Urban Necessities. Them was the only two who seemed to actually have them. We were dying for them. This is when Boost was at the height. Then when they finally came out with 4D, it was like, too late. Like, we ain't got no more. We all got a pair. And then it was like, that's it. And it's not even comfortable. It's whack. That's what it is, B.
Oh, 4D. I thought you were talking about Boost. I'm
nah, 4D.
You tripping. Air Jordan 1 High OG prototype.
The box is fire. The shoe itself,
I don't know what that means.
Like the box is different colors or whatever. Like they did the yellow box of the pollen.
I've seen it.
It looks fire. The shoe itself, I ain't mad at it. I do want to. I've seen only a couple people cut it so far. So I mean, I don't think I would buy it to cut it. But
I mean, it sucks.
It's what it is. That's all right.
I don't know what this shoe is. James Bond 007 Ultra Boost. Never heard of it.
Let me see.
Just all white.
That's impossible. What is that, man? That's
James
a
Bond
James Bond. I mean, why ain't got a tuxedo on it? Like, why ain't got like a bow tie on it or something? Man, get that out of here, man.
Shaken not stirred.
Talking about a triple white 4.0. What is that?
Martini. Shaken not stirred.
They could have put an olive on it. They could have put something on it. Triple white.
You asking for a lot. James Bond 007 Ultra Boost 2020. Triple black. All black.
There's a black one coming out, fam. They must have just put some new stuff on there today. Because one of them that looked last night, they ain't none of the stuff you.
Apparently, it's an entire pack because they got another one with white and gray, and then they got another one with the newest Ultra Boost that you like.
You pretty much said all of them. ASU 4D, Miami 4D, Prototype 1s.
Why them laces look like a snake?
Are they stuck like that?
I'm asking you.
Them is N times National Tennis OG. Them joints is kind of fire, though.
No, they're not.
What are you talking about? Them joints is dope.
No, they're not. They're all right. But I don't know why the laces look like that. They made them look
Took
wavy.
that picture from End. Them joints is wavy.
You mean they took a picture from Kith. Air Jordan 5 Oreos.
You copping?
Nope.
The things they choose are retro. Them was whack when they first came out and they whack now. I mean, they are what they are.
True. Easy Boost 700 V2 Mauve.
No.
You're the one saying you get back in the easy game, so.
Yeah, but not that one.
Man.
If I jump back in the game with that one, I almost jump back in the game with a 350, like light color, light bone. Somebody had about 100 pairs that they must have bought it or whatever, and they was like, them joints was below retail. He was like, I got about 22 size 10s, 15 size. I was like, fam, he got 22. This many. I seen Captain there like, yo, 180 out the door, and we got a deal. He was heated.
Sounds like eBay buyers.
And a bunch of botters in the comments making jokes. Oh, look at the guy who forgot to turn off his something. I was like, man, shut up, you geeks. Bot geeks.
I bet you there is like internal bot humor.
It is. They were literally on there like, oh, look at somebody forgot to turn off his server.
Yes. Oh, technical.
I was like, I don't even know what this stuff means. It was like, oh, I forgot to turn off his captcha. His server captcha. I was like, okay. All right, I don't know what this means.
That reminds me of when in that movie Funny People, when Adam Sandler wanted them to write jokes for the meeting at Facebook or MySpace or whatever.
I don't know how you remember movies like that. And that movie came out about 10 years ago. Bro.
That movie is hilarious. And he went up there, he about to tell that joke. Oh, it's hilarious. He about to tell that joke, F Facebook or whatever. And James Taylor said it first. He looked at him like,
That was James Taylor?
Yes.
That was James Franco.
All right. Next Tuesday, red and white dunks.
No. Those are whack.
Oh, Atmos Superstar comes out first.
I don't know what that is.
Sound like a bless you.
Is it Adidas? There's a lot of Adidas coming
Superstar.
It's cork. What is this? Get out of here.
Probably bamboo tree.
Them dunks. You copping?
Actually, this look like hair. I'm going to try.
Like to keep?
Yeah, they're red and whites.
And you keeping, but you already got St. John's. What do you need that for? With the complete the pack?
Fam, I already told you I don't have yes, the unofficial pack. You made your own pack.
Oh, look, Mark Jackson was wearing them. Mark Jackson was wearing them in that pic.
CDP out the box and put those in. Like, yeah, we're here. We got the box.
Mark Jackson was wearing them. From St. John's, Red Storm.
Yes, the fakest Photoshop of all time.
It wasn't that fake.
It was.
I mean, it looked a little funny when you pointed it out. Then once you zoom in, okay.
Fam.
But as swiping through Instagram, you couldn't tell that they put that shoe on his body.
His ankle was like at about 57
I thought he was about to get into action. I thought he was about to do a crossover or something.
Yep.
Like, he had the ball in his hands.
His ankle was like this. His leg, his ankle was like this.
He is one of the greatest point guards of all time.
That's definitely not true.
He's a top 40.
Maybe in college, not in the pros.
He led the league in like assists and steals.
You making stuff up now, just like you made stuff up earlier. Matter of fact, JJ Reddick discussion is something that the listeners should know about. They should know about it. They should know about it.
Don't do that. The two people that you decided to bring up to like
three people
to counter Luau Deng, Christian Laettner. Like, literally, come on, fam. Like, don't do that.
Both of them played double-digit years in the NBA and averaged way better numbers than JJ Reddick did.
Go ahead.
I mean,
JJ Reddick is one of the greatest NBA players out of Duke ever.
You said top 5.
He's top 5.
No, he's not.
He's in the top 5.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Luau Deng and Christian Laettner ain't in the top 5 NBA Duke players. They're not.
Man, what?
They're not. Now top 5 Duke players? Oh, of course. Christian Laettner might be the greatest college basketball player of all time. All right, that's facts. But no. Luau Deng and Christian Laettner aren't in the top 5 Duke players.
I think you got a brain injury today.
And the only one you really had an issue with me saying was Reddick in the top 5.
Reddick Yes, JJ Reddick's not in the top 5. You said JJ Reddick top 5 Duke player of all time. He averaged 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for his career. Dang. 15, 6, and 2. 15, 6, and 3, whatever it was. Christian Laettner, you said he was a bozo in the league. Christian Laettner averaged...
Christian Laettner was a bozo.
Christian Laettner averaged, what did I say? 14,
13.
6, and 2? They both averaged more than J.J. Reddick, and they both played way longer than you thought. You look at Christian Laettner's stats for about the first 8 years he was in the league, you'd be surprised. He averaged about 18 a game.
And J.J. Reddick was in the playoffs every single year except the last 2 years.
J.J. Reddick plays 0 defense and is one-dimensional.
And made it to NBA Finals.
One-dimensional player, stand in the corner, shoot, come off a screen, shoot, can't play no defense, can't do nothing else. I mean...
Come in and do your job. You be employed for a long time.
I mean, you gonna say that too about your boy?
Who?
Defense man?
Which one is that? PJ Tucker? Fam, he come in and do his job. That's cool. I ain't never had.
You putting him in the top 5 Texas players of all time?
Top 5 Texas draft picks in the NBA of all time.
Just because he does his job in quotation marks from Gregory from the Sneak Disc does his job.
My issue has never been PJ Tucker playing basketball. My issue has been PJ Tucker getting as much publicity as he does for how he plays basketball.
That's not the point right now, though.
Look,
you said do your
top
job.
5 players.
Top 5.
The greatest Texas basketball player of all time is Kevin Durant. Okay, number 2, maybe LaMarcus Aldridge. Number 3, I'm not gonna say T.J. Ford. He wasn't in the league long enough. Number 3, I gotta think. But PJ Tucker might be in the top 5. Texas,
because he did his job.
Oh, he did his job pretty well. He's still in the league, and he has a championship. He did his job all right.
So
most of y'all will sit there and stand for him doing his job right. So, I'm not going to argue against it.
So that's the same reason J.J. Reddick's in the top 5.
Well, J.J. Reddick did his job, made the playoffs every single year of his entire career except one. Got to the NBA Finals one time. At one point, averaged up to 18 points a game, I believe. I think he might have won a 3-point contest as well. He's a solid Duke player. It's not like Duke has produced.
You said top 5 of all time.
Top 5 Duke players drafted in the NBA of all time. Yes. To me.
Not top 5 NBA players from Duke University. Yeah, no.
Maybe.
I mean...
The only person I bump him out for is maybe Ingram, but I need Ingram to have about 3 more years. 2-3 more years. Because Ingram last year was pretty whack. And I still averaged some decent numbers, but he wasn't as good as he was a year before. And Ingram, I'm still not sold on.
Whack, but he wasn't whack.
I'm still not sold on Ingram.
He averaged about 24, 25, 7, and 7. He was definitely not whack.
Hey, we'll see, man. Corey Maggette, no.
No one said Corey Maggette.
I know that. I'm thinking of other Duke players. It's like a no. And Elton Brand to me is a good pick, but I'm like, I don't know. Elton Brand was he was ball. Oh no, I had my top 5.
You wildin'.
My top 5 was Jason Tatum, Elton Brand, Kyrie Irving, J.J. Reddick, and Grant Hill. And
smoking because J.J. Reddick is in there.
Okay. I mean, if you want to take a Reddick to put in whoever you want, that's cool, B.
No, I'm 99% of the population would take him out to put somebody else.
I think a large population. I bet if you probably
Lil Dang is probably underrated. People don't give him as much credit as they should give him. At one point, they wanted to trade him for Kobe, and the Bulls said no. Not the Lakers. The Bulls said no. So
maybe one time they want to trade J.J. Reddick for Tim Duncan, and the Spurs said no.
That's not true.
What else? That's it.
Acid Wash, 1985, yellow, black, and acid. Yellow, black, and sulfuric acid.
And real acid. Oh, and for everybody listening to this podcast, we are doing top 10 movies. What's the phrasing? Dang it. I had the phrasing down.
Top 10 movies that stress you out.
Top 10 movies
that give you anxiety.
Top 10 stressful movies to us. And my list is fire. It's undeniable. I
don't know if you've ever had a fire list in this entire show's history.
That's not true.
Well, the listeners can weigh in on
They already know.
Air Max BW Los Angeles is the last one.
That's been coming out every single week since we've been on this podcast. I don't know when that joint is coming out. No.
Probably right.
And there's a black one coming out too, a black Persian one. Whatever.
That's this week, but there's no reason it needs to be mentioned because even back when it came out originally, no one cared.
Wait, there was a black one back in the day?
Yeah.
I've never seen them before in my life. I was like, what took so long?
OG.
Didn't know that. I thought maybe they was doing like AirTech Challenge 2. Came out with a black lava later. Nah. Why wasn't there a black lava? I mean, come on. They were kumquat. I mean, it was like black kumquat. Saquon Barkley shoe, fam, trainer 3s. Thoughts?
It's nice.
The joints are fire. And I'm giving it the stamp approval of possibly Nike of the year.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No,
it can be considered that. First of all, the fact that he had a hand in constructing it and the color scheme, the patterns, the stuff they used on it, based off New York City, the things around New York City is fire. That's one.
Okay.
2, the little slashes on the thing for the slashes on his eye, the black mark, fire.
It makes no sense.
The rope, well, it's a part of him. Well, it makes no sense. It has the Saquon logo, the S with the lightning bolt in the back. He's already had clothes and stuff before. This right here is literally what Nike needs to do with every single football athlete. Bring back the diamond turfs. Let another Nike signature athlete make their own version of a diamond turf. We don't need a new version of a football player, trainer, sneaker type thing. Lawrence just signed for Adidas or whatever. Hasn't even count, so he's whatever. He might be whack. I'm gonna ask you that too. Him, Fields, or Wilson.
Wide receiver? I mean, quarterback?
Yeah.
You the one out here talking about you need to give a coach 12 years before you know, and now you're going to throw quarterbacks on the bus?
No, I said coach 5 years. I said a coach should get 5 years. Don't
2
do
games.
That. Don't do that. I ain't throwing nobody on the bus yet. I said I'm going to ask you a question. I ain't said I'm going to throw anybody on the bus yet, so don't do that.
Oh, you said Wilson might be whack in the thread. You said that.
Yeah, all 3 of them might be whack.
Yeah, so you are.
But it may not be based off them. So
I don't know what that means.
We'll see.
Sam Darnold's balling right now, but the Jets don't got OG Man coaching no more, so there ain't no excuses.
We'll talk about it, fam. Don't jump the gun. B, look, Saquon Barkley sneaker might be Nike of the year.
It's not Nike of the year. It's fire, but it's not Nike of the year. It's not. It might not even be top 10.
I can't even think of any other Nike this year that I would even think are better. And
that's because you don't remember what came out. You could look at the draft we did from. Look at you. We did the draft like 3 months ago. You could look at the draft and be like, oh, yep, there's at least 5 shoes on here that's better.
And if they're dunk,
I'm on year 3.
That's Jordan of the year.
It can be shoe of the year. It's a shoe.
It can be shoe of the year. I said Nike of the year for the Saquon. I didn't say shoe of the year. Nike of the year.
I mean, whatever. Curry dunks are better. Curry dunks are better. It's not even close.
Man, Curry dunks don't even exist.
You love talking about stuff that don't exist.
We're talking about Curry dunks. Either find Curry dunks and buy them, because you know what? If you find Curry dunks in your size or you know where they're located, you need to just go ahead and buy them.
Goat.com.
You still got both the million for us, or you just got one?
No, I sold one already.
Oh, you sold one. So you need to sell the other.
Pay Uncle Sam.
Have you paid Uncle Sam yet?
Can't sell it.
Because you've been talking about paying
prices
Uncle
went
Sam.
down.
Oh, okay. Sell it. Get yourself some Currys and call it a day. Sell Gray Fog Knights and get rid of those too. And sell something else, get rid of those too. You still got all them Air Max 97 Undefeateds?
Nope. I got one left, maybe. Sold all those.
Did you have?
Too many.
God, you had a full size run.
You
had a full size run of a collab.
I had duplicates. I didn't have a full size run. I had duplicates.
Look, that Saquon Barkley sneaker is a problem, and I want it, even though it is a Giant sneaker. That's the best part about the sneaker. It's not in Giants colors.
Yeah, that's fine. You can want it, and it could be fire, but it doesn't mean it's number 1 of the year.
It's Nike of the year.
No, it's not.
That's it. No. And you know what? I wouldn't have a problem even having it up there and maybe sneaker of the year. I wouldn't have a problem putting it there and nominating it.
Damn, stop it.
Okay. We'll see. That joint has rope laces. It has reflective, the green, the taupe color, the plastic, the Saquon logo on the back, premium leather material, jersey number on the tongue. Come on, man. That's one of the best Nike trainers, color scheme wise and stuff, seen in a very long time. And that shoe, even if that shoe would have came out in the OG colors, you wouldn't have even moved. You didn't even thought about it. That shoe right there makes you think like, ooh, maybe.
You need to be stopped.
All right.
Stop Gregory 2021.
What else we got? Oh, LeBron Picks. Y'all knew LeBron Picks?
LeBron what?
19? The official picks.
I thought you meant like picking something. You talking about pictures of a shoe.
No, pictures, fam. Official picks. I seen some LeBron cats saying that this might be the greatest LeBron of all time.
They've been saying that for 10 years.
I don't even know.
LeBron 27. How many is it?
19. Is it even possible for a new model to be better than previous models?
Oh yeah, I thought we talked about these when maybe somebody wasn't holding the official shoe.
We talked about them when the Space Jam movie picture clips came out and he was wearing those orange ones or whatever.
Oh, all right.
That's the only time. But these are like the official.
Yeah, they're better than some of the ones that have come out recently. They're not the best one of all time.
I mean, that's just LeBron people saying stuff like that mostly. But I mean, I don't even think it's possible. I think the last time a newer model shoe was that dramatically better than the previous models was Kobe Yates. Kobe Yates, to me, is the best Kobe of all time. So, best Kobe model of all time. I don't think any shoe in this day and age could come out with a new model that could be better than any previous models. To me. I don't think there's any Jordan.
This joint say his fan account is retro booming. That makes me angry just saying that.
he's like on social media, he's like the LeBron
Retro boom.
everything. You know? Like he doesn't wear nothing but LeBron.
Yes, he took the name from Metro and Florida little kid man and made one name. He took a snippet from each name and made one name.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Shout out to him, though. He might be the homie. I feel like I've talked to him before. I don't know. He might listen to the podcast. I have no idea. I have no idea who listens to podcasts anymore. So the people I talk to regularly. So shout out to them, people who message on it or whatever.
Let's see. He sent me the screenshot of the pics. Let me see if this jives.
Who did? Let me see. Sent you the screenshot of the pics.
Matthew.
Oh yeah. Retro booming.
And I talked to somebody about what to do with my Raiders pick this week. Because I've picked against them twice and they're 2-0. I might pick against them again just to see if the theory works.
You're a crazy person.
Because we're going to find out.
Look, LeBron 19s.
Something to look forward to.
LeBron 19s, they all right, man. I mean, I'm not mad at them. I think they're too high. When I originally saw the orange ones or whatever, I thought like, ooh, these might be a must cop.
Listen.
Now, a must cop at half price? Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Every LeBron shoe is made for one person, LeBron. That's it.
I actually think like I'm going to start buying LeBrons for like Cortez. He loves LeBrons, but I think I'm going to start buying him LeBron sneakers and stuff like that. He loves basketball sneakers and stuff. And he's trying to get his sneaker game up, no? He's trying to get his... He is, like... He bought these joints from Nordstrom's. We bought him these joints from Nordstrom's and he loves them to death. Now, them joints they're just black Nike something. Maybe some type of... I don't even know what they are. Tennis shoe. I don't know what they are. But he walks around and won't crease them. He walks like with his feet straight. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Like, you're not going to be that kid. Don't do that. Now, I can't tell him not to do it because that was us at one point. Like, we did that when we was younger at one point. I mean, he put the shoes out, put them on the dresser and stuff like that. So I'm like, dang, you know, I'm sitting there with Lightning 4s and all this garbage, dude. And my son's sitting here with, I don't even know what these are. But, like, I feel like I was too young to be buying sneakers like that. I tried to get him the Space Jam, like the Wile E. Coyote and the 2-and-2, the shoes you had with the controller. I tried to get him those.
Why?
Because he's a little kid and it's a Space Jam
I understand that, but...
I was trying to get him the controller one. I was trying to get him those.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the box,
Man,
the case.
I mean, them came all in men, which is ridiculous. That, I tried to get him those, but them George was like 135 or something. I'm like, fam, 135 for little kid shoes is insane.
Oh, that case.
Now, I spend a grip on his cleats. I buy him nothing but the best in Adidas cleats. His Predators, his cleats are the real ones, like they play in. But other than that, nah. He got messy indoor, messy outdoor. He got Predator Adidas cleats. Like, he got them cleats that's like, 200, like the real ones. And they fire red. Oh, man, I took him to a Phoenix Rising game this weekend. Fam, let me tell you something. I know I posted on social media. When you get to a certain point, I know you don't have kids yet and stuff like that, but you got nieces and nephews. When you get to a certain point to where you can take your kids to do stuff like that, dude, he cried. He was so happy. Like, I'm talking, and he got...
I was wondering why y'all didn't take him already.
Well, I just never really thought much about it. Like, it just never really crossed my mind.
Listen, that drive is far, so I understand.
It's a far drive, but it ain't too bad with the 202 by our house. Like, we got there about 30 minutes. It wasn't too bad. But that new 202, I mean, literally took us into the stadium. Like, we got off the freeway and landed in our seats.
Right. Where's the stadium at? I thought it was in Maricopa.
No. The stadium was right there by them outlets in Chandler, like right there, whatever. But fam, I took him down to the thing. The players came up, shook his hands, gave him high fives, literally started crying. He was so happy. And one of the best feelings in the world. I'm like, oh shoot. So like, obviously I'm about to buy season tickets now. But I'm like, oh, that's
you're
dope.
out of control.
What? You crazy, man. It was exciting too, man. Like, we were there and he got to do like the little kick thing, the machine, see how hard you could kick it and all this stuff, man. Bought food. And the food there was affordable. Like, I mean, like, I bought a grip of stuff, and it was only $15. And they got ice cream and stuff.
You don't need season tickets, trust me. Phil has season tickets. You can get tickets to the games whenever you want.
You can, but I think I want to be a member. I want to be a member. Right. And they had the drums over there and stuff like that. I ain't never been.
If it was an MLS team, I would be a season ticket holder. But it ain't MLS, so
hey, man.
I don't got a little kid. But you don't got to take a little kid to every game. You take them every once in a while.
Nah.
Yeah.
We're going to be in there, B. We're going to be in them joints. LeBron, like I said, they all right, man. I don't think you could come out with a newer model that could be better than any previous model, so it is what it is. The fact that they made it to 19 is crazy. What else we got on the list? Oh, Adidas NMD joints. Do you try those unconfirmed? Somebody sent me a message and said...
Talking about the one that came out today, the new model?
It comes out tomorrow.
Man.
Somebody sent me a message and said...
Those suck.
Somebody said, you can tell that Adidas knows that these ain't gonna smack off because it's the first time that they put something on confirmed that comes out. They put it on confirmed today and it come out tomorrow. Like, typically on confirmed, they give it about... 6 to 8 days or something like that. Now, I've seen the shoe in different settings. Settings matter when a shoe that hasn't come out yet. I seen like Uzi had a pair. They look fire. I seen Pharrell holding a pair. They look fire. I seen like some actors opening up the friends and family boxes and stuff like that. They look fire. The shoe itself, I don't know. So you don't like them?
Fam.
Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe you might like these ones.
That joint looks like it's for Camelback Mountain excursions.
You know what? You know what the problem is? That
Jeep tours.
Adidas just doesn't. Adidas just doesn't have a happy medium. Like with the NMD models they've had. What are the ones called you got? OGs?
Which ones?
The OG ones.
Oh, R1?
R1s. And then whatever ones after that, and then
R2.
human races, R2, then human races, HUs, all that stuff. They're all typically the same. These ones jumped like to year 2030, 2035.
Yeah.
Like, there's no medium in between. With the Ultra Boost, every Ultra Boost from 1.0 pretty much looked the same all the way to 4.0, and then they came out with this newer one, which is kind of different, but like, you took so long to jump to a newer one that people lost interest by then. This NMD is too far out. It's way too far out there.
Suck.
Now, I need to see them in hand.
No, they suck.
And I do appreciate the price on them. They're only $180. They're not $220. They're not $245. They're not $2 something. Got boost on the inside of the thing, which I do like. I do need to see them in hand. I got a feeling another color would be fire.
180 for NMD is crazy.
Ain't that what all NMDs cost? 170?
Nope. Only the Primeknit ones cost 170, but the other ones were like 110 or 130 or something.
Oh, yeah, but them don't count. They count, but they don't count.
Fam.
Look, so you ain't copying?
No.
You didn't try to do confirm just in case? Oh, all right.
I didn't even do confirm for the Yeezy, I tried for, man, I'm tired of Adidas. I tried for those dinosaur shoes. Clearly, I was not keeping, so congrats to whoever actually got them.
Which ones?
But whatever them dinosaur, I don't know, grocery getters. What you like them, not
me.
me.
I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, you do. The one with all the holes in them. The ones that look like dinosaur skull heads.
Dinosaur skull heads with holes. It's an Adidas?
It's a Yeezy shoe. The ones that Yeezy, there's a slide, and then the next one, that's not a slide. Rubberized dinosaur head shoe.
It came out?
Fam.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes,
Are you talking about the orange boot?
Huh?
Are you talking about that has the orange on the bottom? That gigantic one?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the one that's covered in prime knit?
No, I'm talking about the other one that's like a slide that you said you wear to the grocery store.
Oh,
and
you
worm around the house.
Yeezy runner, foam runners,
foam something.
Oh man, yeah, I would get if I got a pair of those. I'm keeping those. I mean, for what? I mean, come on. What are they? $80
for what?
Because for why not? They just a piece of foam shoe. I mean, $60 would be the cheapest sneaker I bought all year.
Why is that a reason to keep something?
Because of the price. Retail matters on those. The slides, what's a slide? $60? You got a pair of slides, I keep the slides. $80, I keep a pair of the slides. Like, even if they sold for $200, I keep a pair of the slides.
Your foot wouldn't fit in the slides, first of all, but all right.
I gotta get the right size. I mean, your foot wouldn't fit in the slides. My foot would fit in the slides.
No. You would need a size 12.
I think
those slides are for women and children only.
I think the new Adidas is cool. I ain't mad at it. I need to see it in hand. I'm not copping. I hate Adidas shoes that, like, size-wise, the prime knit is too much. I know you worship prime knit, but prime knit could be too much if it makes you have to go a half size up. You know? That's a problem I have with prime knit. You know? And honestly, prime knit with shoelaces, I just never understood it. Like, you can't have full prime knit and need shoelaces like that. Prime knit on Adidas is, like, elastic. And then you got to tie it up, too. Circulation be weird, B. What else we got, fam? Oh, do you see the new Christmas dunk? Better than Cliver's.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I haven't even seen it, and no, it's not.
The new SB Ice that comes out, the official images came out, better than Cliver's. Might blow Cliver's out of the water.
I doubt it.
The only reason why Cliver's might have a chance, I need to do a side-by-side pick. I need to bring them on the podcast and do a review side-by-side. You know? These Ice Dunk SBs.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Super fire. And you know what? Because...
Oh, yeah, this is one of the worst shoes of all time.
Okay, you just saying stuff now.
No, I got somehow I seen this like last week.
Let me see.
Whatever.
Let me see.
Well, this, right?
No. That joint is crazy fire.
Is this the one?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You gotta look at the other pictures. All the other pictures around the shoe, up close on the shoe.
No,
you know what it looks like? It looks like Strange Love.
This look like a jester's
them joints.
collar.
I mean, yeah, it is. Clearly, it's a story.
A jester's
There's a
collar.
story to it, fam.
You think these are better than
Those
Clivers?
are better than
Somebody
Clivers,
need to check your temperature.
When Strange Loves came out, we thought the same thing. Velvet, what the heck, all that. I saw those in person. Them joints, I looked at them in person, I said, they not for me, but I could see why somebody loves them. Those right there, that ice, fam, the bottom is translucent. You got the you got the elves on the toe box in the corner, sort of like SB Jordan 1s. I got the Jumpman in the corner. I got an elf in the corner, elf on the insole. That velvet suede ice, that shine to it, Phantom Joints are going to be perfect for Christmas. When I get those, because Nike likes to give me stuff on December 26th versus when I need it, I'm going to bring those in and Clivers in. I was going to bring in Clivers to do it because I love Clivers. Clivers was clearly the SB of the year last year, Dunk of the year, SB of the year, whatever you call it. But when you got them in hand, it was like, they all right. And I wore the heck out of them, even wore them barefoot. But nah, those right there, them the ones. And I'm copping. I need those.
Those are literally the shoes you put on Frosty the Snowman when you build him outside.
That's the point. It's
to match
Christmas
the rest
time.
of his costume.
Well, you make sure you try for me on all 7 of your account because I need them. I don't care what they sell for because I'm gonna tell you that those joints are gonna sell for a grip.
Not more than Clivers.
Oh yeah, they will. I don't even know what Clivers go for right now. If Strange Loves went for what they did, them right there, like that. Stock market. Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
Wolf of Wall Street make your stressful list?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking for you. You never know what you.
Man.
What else we got? Oh, restock on Aimee Lean Dior 550s B. Copping?
I'm never copying any New Balance 550s ever.
Well, why?
They're one of the worst toe boxes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Have you seen them in person?
Yep.
How?
Who knows? But I have.
No, you haven't.
Who knows?
Fam,
I probably see somebody wearing them. I have no idea.
I have never seen an AOD 550 in person until I went to my local donut shop. Shout out to Sugar and Spice. I walked inside.
Local donut shop.
I walked inside, a young geek, probably from Millennium High School, had on some of the tackiest hoop shorts ever, and he was wearing them AODs, the red and navy blue ones. Them joints were perfect. Immediately went on resale apps and looked at the price, saw how much they were going for, and I changed my mind. A restock of these, they're getting copped. These are the only 550s that matter. All the other 550s are whack.
550s don't matter. That's the point.
550s do matter in the AOD version. It's amazing. New Balance loves to come out with versions that are better in the collaboration, and the GR colorways and stuff. Other ones are awful.
The toe box is awful with that split leather piece that goes across diagonal.
I like that.
Sucks.
That's retro. That's the mudguard.
I hate it on the 998, and I hate it on that. That's the only thing that makes the 998 whack is that front piece that with
that one on the 998 is so small. It's not even worth even bringing up
to the side.
It's not even worth bringing up. They're crazy. 550s.
Listeners want me to be honest with. They said honesty is the best policy.
The best policy. Look, I'm copping them joints for. I'm gonna try to.
No, you ain't.
I'm gonna try to.
You ain't copping. You're gonna get them in the box and be like, these suck.
What was retail on them? No, I won't.
Probably 160.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's right up my alley. Pause. Them joints is perfect. Fam, I saw the price for the new Off-White 2s. Them joints are $250 of them.
Yeah, but
things.
they suck, so.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
You know what?
Those are like literally get them in, get them out. First in, first out.
Them joints, as soon as they come in, I'm getting the white pair and the black pair. As soon as they come in for retail. As soon as they come in, they're going straight to toe. All right? Ain't that your word?
Yes.
Straight to the toe?
Each. One left. One.
I might. Fam, the box is clear. The clear with the show, the understanding of like what happens to Jordan 2s over the years with the crackness. Come on, man. Them joints are one of the best Jordan 2s of all time. Man. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's like the lowest bar that
matter.
Anyone, I mean.
And that could be Jordan of the year as well.
No.
It could be.
No.
Because if you still sitting around talking about.
Maybe the greatest Jordan 3 of all time came out, but you want to talk about that.
I'm in negotiations with that as well, FYI. Now, I don't know how trade.
Apparently not, since you over here just slandering it left and right.
Nah, but you know what? It's losing its pizzazz. I gotta get I gotta get mine personal pair first.
Losing pizzazz because of what? You just making stuff up now.
You don't see many people wearing it. It's kind of not easy to wear. I mean, you're wearing a perfect shirt for it right now. You still not wearing yours. Huh?
Why would I wear those shoes on a Tuesday?
I mean, what other day would be?
Friday or Saturday would make more sense to me.
Why?
Because it's the weekend.
I mean, what that got to do with anything? It's on a sneaker podcast. I mean, good Lord. If there's any place where I'm a man your threes, it's on a sneaker podcast.
You want to put a camera on the floor, then I guess maybe I'll change what I'm wearing.
You wearing heat right now? Mm-hmm. What you got on? 992 J. Jones? What you got on?
If I had those, they would be straight to USPS.
I got on Superstar Reckons. Recons, not Reckons, Recons. These joints are fire. And they pre-aged.
Straight to USPS.
Let's pay this bill, fam. Good old pals over at Stat Hero.
Tell me about it.
I really don't got much to say. I didn't do as much betting as I did the first week, but I did do, it was like a $50. I really wasn't into it this week to do it. Week 2 was weird, man. And from the outcome, a lot of these games and how they were going, you could tell that they were weird. Now, a lot of people out here still playing with like, free money and stuff like that. So they kind of like up and downs. I saw a lot more people that I know taking L's this week on social media than they were on the first week. But I mean, a lot of the homies like still, I guess, did okay. So which is fine. Now, me, Stat Hero, I picked a lineup. It was an iffy lineup. I only did a 3-1, a 3-on-3 lineup thing, and I had picked like Julio Jones and something else. It didn't really pan out the way it did. Julio Jones touchdown got turned back, whatever. I only lost like $50, which is fine. And I'm still playing with the money that I won the other week, so which is cool with me. Now, which is why when I do things like this, I take the money out immediately. If I go to the casino and I hit on the slot machine, I'm not even joking. One time me and Willis walked into the casino, put money in. We just walked in. He went like this. Ding, 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 500. We left. We didn't touch nothing else. We didn't play another machine. We didn't do nothing else. I should have took my money out at that moment right there. I should have did that. And then put some more back in. That's how you do it. It's a strategy, B. So I did take a loss, but the benefit of it is playing the house, which I still felt I could have won. I thought about playing last night because last night's game was Packers-Lions. The lineups that the house had, they weren't that fire. The only one you had to worry about was Devontae Adams. I don't think Devontae Adams had a touchdown last night, did he?
All I know is Aaron Jones had about 27. He had a season.
Aaron Jones did. But I don't remember any of the lineups having Aaron Jones in it. Now, if I would have picked the lineup with Aaron Jones in it, I might have would have been all right. Aaron Jones, Hawkinson, and somebody else, I might have would have been all right, B. I didn't play it last night, so that's what it is. But introducing Stat Hero, B. StatHero.com/sneakerdis. It's the first ever daily fantasy sports book that puts the player in control and winning within reach. Here's how it works, George.
Tell me.
Stat Hero shows you their lineups and dares you to beat them. Dares you to beat them. It's you versus the house in a head-to-head fantasy matchup. You name your stakes, winner take all. You have the advantage. Stat Hero is showing you their lineups ahead of time. No one else does that. Dramatic pause. You are in total control. Stat Hero is DFS the way it's meant to be. One-on-one, play Stat Hero now and change the odds. All the lineups too, so when you listen to this podcast, I put the audio out tonight. They show their lineups on Wednesday. So you go to Stat Hero app, you can download the app, or you go to stathero.com/sneakerdisc. Look at the lineup, see what you can play. Put that money up, B. And if you use the promo code is SneakerDisc. It will double the money you put in there. You put $50 in there, it's gonna put $50 back in there for you, fam. That's a deal. Do it, B. Go to stathero.com/sneakerdisc, sign up for free, and right now you get 100% bonus match on your first deposit using promo code SneakerDisc. This is your first deposit, so it's not every time you put your money back in, you get to use it again. So I would advise you, go ahead and put a large amount in there. Take advantage of that. Put the code SneakerDisc in, have them 100% match that double the max amount. Don't go in there and put in $25 and then get $25 back. I get it. You want to be safe. You want to be cautious. But, man, take advantage of this. Use the promo code SneakerDisc. They're matching your first deposit. What do you have to lose, George? What do you got to lose? Don't you want Grails? I'm on the road to Union Force. Now, I did take a $50 back.
Damn.
I did take a $50 backslide, but I'm good though. Because this week 3, week 40, upcoming weeks, this is where the real champions come out and play, baby. This is where the real champions, this is where the heart of a lion comes out. Go to stathero.com/sneakerdis and enter the promo code SNEAKERDIS, SNEAKERDIS, for one SS for 100% first deposit match.
Yeah. Don't ever say SS back to back ever again. Huh?
Come on, B. Tired of getting killed by the other ones? Come on, come to stathero.com/sneakerdisc. Do we want you to come over here? We want you to win some money, B. Stat Hero gives you multi-day fantasy survival contests for all sports all year long. You can still play baseball right now as well in there. You go in there, put that money in there, double your money, play baseball. Check it out. Golf is in there. Everything is in there, B. You want to win money for those grails, them sneakers? You don't have to listen to your homies tell you sell a pair, skip on some GRs, sell 2 pairs to cop your grill. No. Put your money in Stat Hero, play the house, better your odds, get that money back, go cop your grails, B. Grails are sneakers for those who listen to this podcast who may not know. See the competition ahead of time. You can see the lineup the house is going to play. You ain't got to guess. You ain't got no guessing game. Ain't no weird stuff, B. You see the lineup and you say to yourself, ooh, I could play something better than that, B. Pick the lineup you think you can beat. Go head-to-head with no pool of opponents. No matter how you play, there's a contest for you. Stop wasting money and give yourself the best shot at winning with stathero.com/sneakerdis. Promo code SNEAKERDIS, SNEAKERDISS.
Sneakerdis.
Hit you with that 2S, B. Sneakerdis. I know you're gonna miss me. Just me. He said. Shout out to OG Sneaks, man. That's the homie. Shout out to Talking Kicks. What time is it? I'm making great timing here, B. Not a lot to sneaker-wise to talk about.
I was about to bet on the Dodgers live, and I missed it. They already tied the game.
Parlay. I know nothing about any of that stuff like that. That's why I love doing the daily fantasy thing. I don't know about all this other I don't know nothing about that. That's too much risk. I like to better my odds. Week 3 picks, Bill. Hold on real quick. Let me ask you. Justin Fields, obviously it's early. It's only 2 weeks. Justin Fields, Wilson, Lawrence. Which one will be the bust? Which one has the greater odds of being the bust?
The greatest odds of being a bust is Zach Wilson, but that doesn't mean he's going to be.
All 3 of them were awful. Now, Fields only played for a little while.
Justin Fields played.
He played once Dalton got hurt.
Dalton is whack, so I mean.
Well, they said Dalton hurt his knee, but he's still a starter if he can play this week. Fields came in 60 yards. Sounds like something
bad coaches do.
60 yards and an interception. He wasn't nothing. Lawrence had about, 2 interceptions and lost, I think. Wilson had 4 interceptions. You know what the bad part about Wilson's interception was? Is that his interceptions were phenomenal passes. They weren't oops, some of them were in the chest, like real good passes. I was like, boy, he's a really good quarterback. He might be another version of Jameis Winston. There was some really great passes he threw.
Yeah, relax.
All right. Look, let me tell you something.
You comparing quarterbacks and you said Jameis Winston, you need to chill out.
The problem with having these players, which I love having teams that have quarterbacks and other players that I want to see. Other players in other positions really don't matter. I don't care to watch a team that has a fire wide receiver if their quarterback is whack. All 3 of these whack teams who have historically, actually Jacksonville historically has had some pretty good quarterbacks. A few here and there. Mark Brunell, Leftwich was okay. Leftwich only played 3 years. Mark Brunell was about 13 years. And Jacksonville has a really good history of playoffs and stuff like that. A lot of people don't know that. Chicago has had a history of whack quarterbacks forever. McMahon was the only one that got them to the playoffs. Rex Grossman got them to the playoffs, but they were bad quarterbacks. They were just serviceable people. The Jets,
some of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
The Jets, Lord. They've had Vinny Testaverde, that Mark Sanchez got them to the AFC.
Ken O'Brien, fam.
They've had a few. Chad Pennington, his arm was a little whack, but he was a pretty good quarterback.
Ken O'Brien's lit.
But I don't like seeing these 3 on these whack teams. I really don't. I honestly don't. Because Jacksonville might not win 1 game this year. The Jets might not win 1 game this year.
Jacksonville will win some games.
No, I don't think they will. Who are they going to beat?
They can beat anybody.
Fam, fam, what is flying here? The only way that Jacksonville is going to beat a team is they play the Jets, and one of them has to win. That's the only way. That's the only way that team will win. We thought Jacksonville was going to beat the Texans. They got whooped on. All right, like they got thrashed. The Bears might win.
Texans are in trouble now. That's it.
I mean, we'll see. I really thought they were going to beat the Browns too. If Tyrod would have stayed in, they might have beat the Bears. But I don't know, man. I'm very disappointed in these 3 rookie quarterbacks right now. I have really no interest in watching any of them right now. That's how whack they are. Now, Justin Fields, maybe not should be included in this because he hasn't played, he hasn't started fully yet. But he's on the Bears. The Bears want him to be bad. Ohio State quarterbacks have a history of not being good whatsoever in the NFL. There is no top 5 Ohio State quarterbacks drafted in the NFL list. There's not even a top 3, okay? There is a 0 list, all right? Wilson,
you're a hater, no?
I mean, the rookie of the year right now is Mac Jones. So, like, it's not even a question.
I mean,
it's not even a question.
What's the other option? I mean,
maybe Micah. Your defense.
I mean, Justin Herbert won rookie of the year on a whack team last year, so I mean, it's possible you can win rookie of the year on a whack team. Now, the Chargers are better than Jacksonville. Chicago, we don't know about, but Jacksonville and the Jets. Obviously, the Chargers last year are better.
We know Chicago isn't good. Chicago's not even as good on defense as like we thought they were. Like we
don't know still. Jets and Jacksonville, we know. Jacksonville can win some games because by about like week 6, Trevor Lawrence is going to look like Hall of Famer. So
you think so?
I mean, he's not going to look whack. You're not going to make the same mistakes over and over and over again.
I mean, I'm not. Look, if Lawrence goes 0-16 this year, I'm not going to hold against him. I'm not going to think he's whack. I'm not going to think nothing about
0-16. Yeah.
I mean, Peyton Manning, I think, went like 0-16, 1-16,
1-15.
Yeah. So that doesn't mean nothing by it. Like he's going to show some glimmers of something, but he does out there look a lot lost. Now, their coach might be a bozo. I know you don't care for him. He might be.
Urban Meyer is one of the greatest college coaches of all time. Yes,
but.
You don't pick a running back in the first round when you already have a running back on your roster that basically was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted free agent. You just don't.
Probably should have kept Fournette, to tell you the truth.
You picked a quarterback number 1, and then you didn't get him an offensive lineman, and then you didn't get him a wide receiver.
I don't think he's having. Is the line playing bad for Jacksonville? I haven't really paid attention to
That's not the point, though.
No, I'm asking.
I have no idea. Oh, okay. But you pick a quarterback number 1, and you got all them holes on that team. You don't pick a running back in the first round to say, oh, yeah, he'd be the third running back.
I know.
You picked him in the first round, man.
I know Jets line is whack. Wilson's going to get very discouraged out there. He looked really lost out there. Like, he looked whack out there. And Belichick has, like, had a history of, like, pretty decent defenses. But, like, he made that defense look ridiculous.
Does it to every rookie quarterback.
Say what?
He does that to every rookie quarterback.
Well, we'll see. Mac Jones is looking like a possible Super Bowl contender. And your boy Derek Carr is looking like MVP contender.
He's in the top 5. No, Mac Jones is good. The Patriots roster is terrible.
Poised.
That team sucks.
Oh,
they suck. You saw what the Dolphins look like this week. The Patriots lost to that Dolphins team.
And Dolphins are added to my hate list, too. Because it's been about, 3-4 years?
Yeah, but that makes sense. You should have had them on the list already.
We had them on that list of every year.
They're basically the Atlanta Falcons of the AFC.
Yeah, he is. They are. Because it's like, oh, yeah, this year, Dolphins year. This year, nope. Oh, that's the one this year. Because last year they showed glimmers. No. Oh, you know what? They got 8-8, got the playoff 10. Nope.
Nope. Dolphins are the Atlanta Falcons of the AFC, and Cardinals are the Houston Texans of the NFC.
That is true. Kyler Murray, Derek Carr, early MVP candidates.
Stafford is number 1, probably. Matt Stafford, number 1. Derek Carr is probably in 2 or 3. Bridgewater.
Not ranking
Doesn't matter. But if I was ranking them, Stafford, Bridgewater is 2 or 3. What was the other one I said earlier? Kyler's probably 4 or 5. Carr is 4 or 5. There's one more in there. Quarterbacks of 2-0 teams.
They got to be 2-0?
Who's the other one? I mean, why would I? It's only been 2 weeks. Like, why would I put a team that's lost a game in there? Mahomes is still the favorite, and Mahomes is probably going to win it, but that's because they're favorite for 17-game season.
Look, Chiefs are going 10-6. Okay, I think people have the Chiefs figured out. They did both games for the Chiefs this year. Now look, they play the Ravens. Ravens typically try to play them
Darnold.
tough.
Stafford, Darnold, Darnold is. I don't know if maybe you don't know his numbers. Darnold's
really
numbers
good.
are spectacular.
He's playing really good.
Stafford, Darnold, Bridgewater, Carr, Brady, Kyler. That's the list.
Who we just talking about? Who we just talking about? I forgot. Not Darnold. We was talking about. I don't remember. But Derek Carr is to me the front runner. Not even a question. I don't have Stafford as the front runner.
The Raiders probably had the most difficult schedule thus far. They'd play the Ravens at home and then go on the road to the best defense in the league. So probably the toughest schedule, but
I don't have Mahomes getting MVP. I don't know why. I mean,
yeah, you also have the team going 10-7, so it makes no sense.
Why doesn't it make any sense? I mean, they've had 2 tough games, like 2 games they had to really work hard to even one of them to stay involved. Actually, one to stay involved, to the other one.
It doesn't make any sense because they have the best quarterback of all time as their quarterback. That's why, and a head coach who understands how to create mismatches.
Best quarterback of all time.
Yeah,
yeah,
he is.
I don't know. I kind of thought Tom Brady was, but I don't know.
Patrick Mahomes is the most talented quarterback of all time. He does things that no one else has ever done.
Talented? Cool.
So
not best of all time.
So same thing.
No, it's not.
For me, right now, he's better than Tom Brady. I mean, is Tom Brady's
actually Tom Brady might be MVP this year as well. Tom Brady is balling.
Their team is winning, so that helps.
And I think they're winning, and he also threw about 5 touchdowns in the game, and I think he threw 3 the other game. So that's MVP.
And he has about 4 interceptions as well, or whatever the number
MVP
is.
Candidate.
That's why all the other guys are ahead of him, and they had tougher schedules as well. So that's why all the other guys are ahead of him.
Like, what are you talking about? This week they go into LA and play the Rams.
So. Tom Brady is not better than Patrick Mahomes right now. His career is better. Yes.
Yes, he's not better skilled right now than Patrick Mahomes.
I'm not talking about skilled. He's not better. Period. Right now.
Yes. He's about double his age. Thank you. Like, he's not. All right.
Well, you said he's a better
Brady,
quarterback. Blah blah blah.
No, you said Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. He's not.
He is.
No, he's not the greatest quarterback of all time.
He is.
Okay.
Based on talent, he is the greatest quarterback of all time. He's the greatest player I've ever seen play the game of football.
Good Lord. What? He's the greatest player you've ever seen play football?
Yes.
In 3 years? 4 years? You really make that determination?
It doesn't. That's the thing. I'm not talking about going forward. I'm talking about right now. Patrick Mahomes is the best player I've ever seen play the game of football. Yes,
ever in your entire life.
Who's better? Who have you seen who's better at football?
Better at football?
Yes.
Barry Sanders?
Maybe
Bo Jackson?
No. Barry Sanders is the best running back of all time. That's fine. He's not better at the game of football than Patrick Mahomes.
Man,
if you did a list of
Bruce Smith?
top 50 players of all time, Barry Sanders is not
Lawrence
number 1.
Taylor?
Bruce Smith's probably not even in the top 50.
Reggie White?
None of them is even close to Patrick Mahomes. You're naming the best defensive player of all time is in the league currently right now, and you're naming players that are retired. That probably wouldn't even be in the top 50.
The best defensive player
Aaron
in the
Donald
league.
is the best defensive player of all time that any of us have ever seen. By far. Not even close.
You want to do picks?
Now, if you're saying someone's career is better than his career, yeah, sure. He's 29 years old or 28 or whatever. He is the greatest defensive player any of us have ever witnessed with our own 2 eyes. He single-handedly ruins offensive game plans. Single-handedly.
We've seen that before from players.
You've not seen it from a defensive tackle to the level he's doing it. He's doing things at defensive tackle that defensive ends don't even do. Defensive ends are the ones historically that get sacks and do all that stuff. He's doing that from defensive tackle and run stop and knock passes down, whatever else. Anything you want, he's doing it. All of it.
This week, you were 10-6. I was 10-6. Last week, what were we? Shout. He sent it to me. I think I had the better record.
You seem to think you had a better record, but I don't believe it.
Last week, I was 10-6 week 1. I was 10-6. You were 6-10 week 1.
I don't believe it.
This week, we're both 10-6. So obviously, I make the better picks than you.
Bless you.
Weekly. Let's do week 3 picks, B. And then we can get to this top 10 and go home. Short episode, B. We got much today. Short episode. What you got for weekly picks?
3, the worst Thursday night game of all time. Carolina Panthers -8 at Houston Texans. I don't know why you're wasting time. The Houston Texans don't have a starter, so.
They have a starter. It just
Unless
may not
you
be the
think
one that
Davis
should be.
Webb or whatever his name is, or what is going to win the game. So no, they don't have a starter.
My eyes tell me to pick Panthers, but my foresight, is that what it's called? It's telling me to pick the Texans.
Man, I have no idea. You trying to tell me
I'm going
the
to
two
pick,
players in the NFL right now aren't the best players you've ever seen?
I'm going to pick the Panthers.
Panthers is obvious. The Texans are going to... Who's their quarterback? Some fan from the stands?
You never know. Could be his night.
You know.
Could be his night.
Nah. Tyrod going out there winning games or doing whatever when they're not expected to win, we believe it because we've seen it before in Buffalo and wherever else. Other cats, nah. You can't even name, who is it? Davis Webb? Who is something Webb? Something Davis? Something like that.
I don't even know if it's him. I thought it was someone else.
Well, there you go. Carolina Panthers.
I pick Panthers.
MVP candidate Sam Darnold with the best running back in the NFL is going to ruin Houston fans' dreams.
Of what? What are their dreams?
Winning one game.
They have one dream right
Carolina
now.
Panthers.
Watson gets off of all his...
Nope. Well, we know that's not happening. The NFL hasn't even done their investigation yet. He ain't playing this year.
I don't think they want to. Well, they're not going to.
Baltimore Ravens at Detroit Lions. Baltimore favored by 8.
I'm going to go Lions.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lions.
Baltimore Ravens by 747,000 points precisely.
I mean, they barely lost one game, barely won one game. I'm going to go Lions.
Better team than the Lions. I mean, I can't play the Chiefs.
Go Lions.
Beat the Chiefs at the KC, and you like, I think the Lions might win.
That was in Baltimore.
You sure about that?
Yeah, because they played the Omar thing in Baltimore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Still the Chiefs. Falcons at Giants. Giants favored by 3.
I'm going to go Falcons. Falcons played pretty tough in Tampa.
This might be the worst game of all time.
It really is.
I don't want to watch one highlight from this game. Saquon gets a new shoe. Giants win. I don't even want to pick that game because I hope that game is like closed to TV audiences. They just don't show me one highlight. Saints at Patriots. Patriots favored by 3.
Patriots.
You gave up on Jameis after 1 week.
Oh, I didn't say he's going to play bad. I just think the Patriots are going to beat the Saints.
You gave up on Jameis after one bad performance.
Not at all.
Saints win outright.
I feel like that the Saints...
And week 1, they played outdoors and they were fine. Yep, Saints win. It's not cold yet.
They played outdoors last week and they weren't fine. Like, what are you talking about?
They played a good team, but way better than the Patriots. So,
look, both teams. What is Carolina 2-0?
Yep.
Okay, Patriots 1-1. Okay, we'll see.
Patriots lost to Miami and scored 16 points. So I'm not a believer in the Patriots.
Week 1 for a rookie.
Bill Belichick,
Week
still
1 for a rookie.
Bill Belichick, but Patriots are not good.
Week 1 for a rookie, and the Dolphins always play the Patriots.
Patriots are like about 8-9, 9-8. They're around that.
We'll see.
Saints are better than 9-8.
Hope so.
Bengals at Steelers. Steelers favored by 3.5. This is another game I don't want to watch one single highlight from. One team has no quarterback, can't play. The other team can't get out of his own way.
Roethlisberger has a pectoral issue right now. I'm going to go Bengals.
Roethlisberger got a lot more issues than that, fam.
He does, but I mean, he doesn't need being hurt to be on top of all his other issues.
He needed to retire.
I'm gonna go Bengals. I think it's a good one. I think it's a good win for the Bengals.
Steelers don't lose 2 games in a row at home. I have no idea why I'm picking that because this game does. It's another game. It's a game I don't care about. This game, Falcons and Giants, they should all scrimmage each other. 4 teams on the field at the same time and see what happens.
Well, if you have to pick one, so my pick can win, and then my record be better than yours again.
Steelers win, but who cares? Even Steelers and Bengals fans don't care.
Oh, Bengals fans care.
I don't think so. Colts at. I'm already over. I thought Bengals are going to be fire. I still like Joe Burrow. I'm already over their team.
Why?
Falcons don't care.
What do you
Not
mean,
one
why?
iota care about Falcons. Don't care about Giants. They're so whack and
Fam, you're
getting their own
literally
way.
listing like my hate list, basically. Like, fam.
What does that got to do with anything?
Over them, fam. Over the Falcons is a combination of your thing. Over the Giants is a combination of your thing. Over the Bengals, fam, they literally have everything that we want to see right now. They got a great quarterback and a star wide receiver.
Which is why I'm already over them because they should be scoring 35 points a game.
It's been 2 weeks.
You already gave up on Jameis?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I picked a team to win.
You gave up.
What are you talking about?
You already gave on them.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say the Saints were going undefeated.
Steelers offense, one of the worst offenses I've
Jameis
ever
might
seen
play
in my entire
good,
life.
but I still think the Patriots are going to win.
Steelers offense is one of the worst offenses I've ever seen. Bengals offenses spontaneously combust both teams.
Yeah,
Colts,
but I have more faith in the Bengals offense picking up something than I do the Steelers.
Steelers defense, the best defense in the league. Colts at Titans. Titans favored by 5.
Titans win. Wentz is the only player I know that can sprain both ankles. I mean, do you go in a wheelchair? Like, what do you do? Because typically someone sprains a ankle and they limp.
Is he supposed to play?
Sprain 2. I don't know. I mean, he is unique. Like, no.
Titans win. Colts cover the 5 points because 5 is a weird line and this game makes no sense.
That game's whack, too. Last week was a lot of whack football. Ooh. Them games last week were so whack. I couldn't even believe how whack they were. I was like, dear God, please put this Cowboys game on. Cowboys game was whack. You want to talk about boring? I was waiting for the Cowboys to lose so I could come over and say I'm never picking them again the rest of the year. If they would have lost that game, I wouldn't have picked them again the rest of the year. Facts.
Washington football team at Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 8.5.
Another whack game. Buffalo wins 35-0 again.
I mean, it's a better game than the other game we talked about.
Not.
Yes, it is.
It's not even a good guess. Ugh.
Yes, it is.
Who's the quarterback for
interconference matchup? It's one AFC team versus one NFC team.
Ugh.
Those are always interesting.
Ugh. What was the team play? The team play Hinkie as a quarterback?
Yeah,
Ugh.
balling.
Ugh.
Yeah, balling. Washington football team covers the spread. Bills win.
Bills win by double digits.
Bills win.
Maybe triple if they
Bills
fill in real
win by
frisky.
less than 8.5. You keep on throwing people under the bus, Taylor Heineken will come punch you right in your nose on the show. Like that. They play at the Cardinals this year. I'm not standing for anyone. Fam, he's been on fire since he started the last game of the season last year, the set week 2 this year, and came in relief in week 1, and they almost won all those games. He has no business being in the NFL, but for some reason, every week, 350 yards passing. Next game, Chargers at Chiefs. Chiefs minus 6.5.
I mean, Chiefs have to win. I mean, Chargers need the win, but Chiefs, they gotta win, and it better be a win-win, a Chiefs win. It better not be another.
Nah, their defense is whack now. The defense was good last year, the year before. The defense is whack now. We know this.
I think their run defense was pretty good last year, but their pass was awful. Or maybe the other way around.
Their defense is whack now.
You could run the ball all over the Chiefs.
Chiefs win because the Chiefs have not lost to the Chargers in about 57 years. And
I'm going to go Chiefs is a smart thing to do.
I think the Chiefs have 2 AFC losses in the last 6-8 years or whatever, and both were to the Raiders. The Chiefs have not lost to the Chargers in something like 8 years or 6 years or something like that. The Chiefs win.
Might have a little something to worry about with the Raiders and the Broncos this year. They might have to worry about a little bit of something.
I'm not buying the Broncos yet, even though I like Teddy Bridgewater.
I'm buying it. They play whack teams, but I'm buying it.
Yeah, they play whack teams, exactly. Cardinals at Jaguars. Cardinals favored by 7.5.
You know what? I'm picking Cardinals, but this feels like one of them ones that they'd fly across the country and do something weird.
We said that about week 1, and then they beat the Titans 58-7 or whatever it was.
Yeah, but that's first game of the year, so I really didn't like. I mean, the Titans were almost went to the Super Bowl last year, so it's
Yeah, so the 58-0 doesn't make any sense.
The Cardinals will go across the country and lose to the Jets, and you'd be like, "What the heck, man? What are you doing?"
There's a lot of teams that do that. The Raiders lost to the Jets last year too.
Kyler Murray is a phenomenal player and a must-watch player, but he's also a player that can have you win and help you lose. I'm going to pick the Cardinals.
Kyler Murray is the size of a middle school child and has the voice of Barry White. That's what makes no sense about Kyler Murray.
I'm going to go Cardinals, but I wouldn't be shocked if they lost.
Cardinals win, Jags cover. Cardinals ain't covering 7.5 points on the road. I don't care who the other team is. It could be the NFL Europe.
I want to pick
the Berlin Bagels or whatever they're the Berlin Locomotives, and the Cardinals won cover. Next game, Bears at Browns. Browns favored by 7.
Browns.
I have no idea what this is with the Browns because I thought they were going to be super whack, but the Browns somehow are good.
They're really good.
It makes no sense.
But Landry's on IR now, so he's out 3 weeks. So
yes, and so
OBJ is
Dancing
still,
McDancer.
His head's whatever's wrong with him is hurt, and they still got Chubbs. They still got Hunt. I mean.
Yeah, it makes no sense that the team is any good, but for some reason they beat the shit out of everyone. Browns win and cover. I have no idea how, but something tells me that what's his name making his first career start. I assume.
Nope.
It ain't gonna happen on the road.
Depends. I mean, you know what?
It doesn't matter. Andy Dalton is whack.
Bears are this close to making
Bears
my
got
list,
one of the best receivers in the league and another really good underrated receiver in the league, and they suck.
You have to give yourself the best chance to win. You know, when they put him in the first game of the season against the Rams and he scored that touchdown, I thought like, okay, let's leave him in the game. No, they took him back out and put it down. Like they could have actually probably won that Rams game. It wasn't like a blowout. It wasn't like it was unreachable. Ugh, Bears. Bears got 2 more weeks and they making my hate list. So.
Bears suck.
Ooh. I can't even tell if they suck. Like, this is one where you could look at them and be like, man, the coaching is really, like, you can see the coaching on the field.
Oh, they suck.
What else you got?
It's official. Jets at Broncos. Broncos favored by 10.5.
Oh, Broncos. What am I doing?
Broncos win. I'm not convinced the Broncos are covering a double-digit spread in the National Football League.
Is this Broncos' first home game?
I don't think so. I think they played at home week 1.
Oh, okay. Broncos win 40-13.
No, they. Oh, wait. Let's see. Where are the scores?
They played New York last week, right?
Yeah, they did play 2 road games to start the year. At Giants, at Jaguars.
43. And Wilson
42-3 or 43?
40-3.
Just
and
saying 43.
Wilson throws 3 interceptions. Ooh,
I mean,
them DBs,
maybe
them DBs on the Broncos is alright.
What receivers?
The young buck, ooh, the rookie. Don't do that.
I don't even know who that is because I don't care about their defense. I don't trust nothing that got franchise has to do except Teddy Bridgewater. That's it. Right. And what's the name? But he's hurt. What's the receiver name?
Judy.
Yep, big booty Judy.
Ruined all my drafts.
Should have been a Raider.
Don't act like Ruggs ain't killing it.
I mean,
John
Gruden picked a receiver number 1 and don't even know how to use him.
I mean, woo, Ruggs.
That's his fault. Judy still should have been a Raider.
Yep, and Jalen Ramsey should have been a Cowboy.
Broncos win. I don't care about the spread because Denver Broncos being favored by double digits in the National Football League is absurd.
They win 43.
That's fine. It's absurd.
Huh?
Seahawks.
Jets absurd. The Jets are a disgrace to football. New York doesn't need 2 teams.
They get better.
Get rid of the Jets. Get rid of the Jaguars. Actually, you know what? Have a new draft where the Jaguars and the Jets are just there. They're the only 2 teams there, and they just pick like elementary school kids. You, and make one team.
Where does the other quarterback go?
And then you put that team and
So where does the other?
One of them got to be the backup. One of them. But one of them gonna be better than the other. One of them, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think that's how it works.
I'm saying how it should work. So in my world, that's how it work. And I'd probably take the team out of Florida and New York. I'd probably move them to like Oklahoma or something. That's a football town. Sooner Town, baby.
Yes, and they could be nicknamed the Sooners as well. The NFL Sooners.
Oklahoma Thunder. I mean, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Sooners, and the Oklahoma whatever. I'm going to think of a new name. Yes. The Oklahoma.
Bandwagons.
Ooh, Jacksonville. Man, the armpit of America.
There's a lot of armpits. I don't think Jacksonville's one of them.
What else?
One is definitely in Florida, but I think there's worse towns than Jacksonville. Tampa is one of them.
Detroit.
I don't even think Tampa's the worst. Seahawks -1.5 at Vikings. You want to talk about a team that sucks too?
Who?
Vikings.
They played pretty good this week.
Suck.
I don't think they should have played as good as they should.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense because they suck. That's why the Cardinals don't. There's a lot of stuff that don't make no sense. Vikings suck. They play well. Cardinals sucked that game. They should be better.
I don't like how Seattle lost, and I don't like how the Vikings lost either. I mean, I guess, you know what? I'm going to go Vikings.
Seattle got the better quarterback. That's the only reason I'm picking Seattle. That's it. That's the only reason.
Vikings' first home game of the year, I have a feeling they got to play better. The first home game of the year. I mean, Mosh is dropping his sneaker on the 25th. It's going to be a big event.
Yes.
He's doing a pop-up. He's doing a pop-up in Minnesota.
W because of sneaker related.
The Skull Mosh Runner is dropping out. So I think it's going to be a hype weekend for Minneapolis, B. It's going to be a hype weekend. So I got Minnesota beating Seattle.
All right.
All right?
Alrighty then.
Place your bets. Place your bets.
Buccaneers.
That's my new motto. Put it on a t-shirt.
All right.
Place your bets.
Buccaneers at Rams. Buccaneers favored by 1.
I'm going to go Buccaneers. And I'm going to go Buccaneers 30. Rams 12. They're not going to let Darnold touch Brady. So he's going to do his darndest, but they're not. Jalen Ramsey is going to
typically
probably...
it's not the Bucks doing it. It's like Brady gets rid of the ball so fast.
I know. But Buccaneers have probably the second or the first best wide receiving core in the game. Jalen Ramsey is only on one side of the field. He'll probably end up on Godwin, if that. You're going to throw it to Evans, you throw it to Brown, you throw it to Gronk, you throw it to anybody you freaking
They definitely
want
got the
on
number.
the Browns.
Listen, they're definitely number one now.
Who wins?
That,
yeah, because Gallup is hurt.
Yeah, Gallup's out. So it's definitely better now. Rams win by 7,000 points precisely.
Whoa. Did you say the wrong team?
Nope.
You think the Rams are going to beat the Buccaneers?
I think the Rams are the best team in the league.
I'm not going to argue that.
Chiefs and Rams are the two best teams.
And Buccaneers?
Yeah.
Don't.
No, that has nothing to do with Tom Brady. Tom Brady is playing phenomenal. But
you hate the fact that they're good. I think that's all it is.
No,
I
don't think so.
You hate it, and it makes you confused.
Why would I? What part of me would dislike the Bucks? Like, I have no reason to dislike the Bucks.
Their roster's whack. You think they're whack. You said it numerous times before the season started. You just don't.
No. What I said before the season started was it's impossible to win 2 championships in a row. That's what I said.
That's neither here nor there yet. All right.
I mean, that's
They're
my reasoning for
top 3 teams in the league right now.
Yeah.
Bucks, Rams,
Chiefs,
Panthers.
No, Chiefs. I'm not going based on record. If you're talking about the best teams,
Chiefs. We'll see. I'm gonna tell you, man. I think people got the Chiefs figured out, man. I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, the Chiefs are scoring 40 points a game. They're not figured out. Their defense is
scoring
bad.
40 points and allowing 40 points.
Yeah. So the team's not figured out. Their defense is bad. I mean,
it's
not like they ever had like a fancy defensive coordinator who was shutting teams down.
Yeah, but it wasn't like they were allowing 40 points last year or the year before.
Yeah.
They had bad defense, but they weren't allowing this many points.
The point is, what does that have to do with them being figured out? Figured out is on offense. No one's stopping that offense. No one's figured them out.
What's this? You pick Rams over Bucks, right?
Yeah, Rams at home.
I got Bucks.
Win by 7,000 precisely.
Bucks 30, Rams 12. 2 Stafford interceptions.
I mean, that's absurd, but...
Absurd?
Yes, absurd.
Absurd?
Yes, absurd.
Place your bets.
Absurd. Packers, this is a Sunday night game. Packers at 49ers. 49ers favored by 3.5.
49ers first home game. 49ers win.
49. Fam, the most smoke ever.
I was coughing and I didn't know why. I was like tickling.
49ers win by precisely 972 points. 49ers win. Packers are not good whatsoever. If you think they're going to be throwing them same little swing passes to Aaron Jones going for a touchdown, 4 touchdowns a game, you are smoking bananas because the 49ers don't play around like that. This ain't no Detroit Lions, all their corners hurt and whack linebackers out there chasing Aaron Jones.
I think the 49ers are going to destroy the Packers.
That would be the correct take. Philadelphia Eagles, Monday Night Football. Philadelphia Eagles at Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 4.
Look, man, it's Cowboys' first home game. Dak's first game back on the field at home. I mean, I'm going to go off sheer emotion, but when it comes to rivalry games, you know how it is. Eagles versus Cowboys, Redskins, whomever, team of international pancakes versus anybody. You never know. The Giants come in. You just never know. I'm picking the Cowboys because I do feel like it's going to be a high emotional game. Dak is going to ball out. They're going to really play hard. Haven't had fans in Cowboy Stadium last year. You know, they had sparse fans, whatever, last year. I'm expecting a really good game, but the Cowboys have a really hard time with quarterbacks that can run. Micah Parsons not playing linebacker. Now, he balled out at DN in replace of Lawrence. He balled out, all right? But I have a real issue with the Cowboys and their, like, to me, when it comes to football, your team is supposed to have two plans for the game. Like, your first half plan and second half plan. Your first half plan isn't going to always work in the second half unless you're the Chiefs, okay? Which is just throw the ball to the person running the fastest down the field, okay?
Or Kelsey, who's wide open in the middle of the field.
Kelsey's also running extremely fast down the field as well. Like, this, I look at Kelsey.
He's running fast, but that's not why he's good.
The why Kelsey is good is, one, because he just seems to be right there in the middle of the wide open. Like, he can run a phenomenal route for a tight end.
Yes,
he's like
this,
said. Wide open. He's fast as well, okay?
He is, but that's not why he's good.
Fam, Cowboys scored 14 points like that against the Chargers. Marched up the field like that. Used Pollard like that.
Yeah, he's
even
better.
Zeke played decent like that. That was it. 14 points, and we win. What we win? 17-14? Like, whatever the score was. We didn't score another touchdown the entire game. They have no idea what the ball just went straight to the flats the entire time. Went straight to here the entire time. Utilized the tight ends a little bit more. We only use tight ends in the first quarter. We never use them in the second, third, fourth, the rest of the game. Only the first quarter. Our offensive, Dak, some say he played decent. Fam, he had about 280 yards and an interception. No touchdown passes, nothing. Like, I don't think that's a good game to me. All right.
Well, I got him on almost every fantasy league, so it's whack to me.
If the Cowboys would have lost that Chargers game, I would have never picked the Cowboys again the rest of the year, okay? Now, the homie that makes our records said that you need to start picking your team, and you need to start picking my team. That's what screws you up.
No. It makes no sense to pick the Raiders to go cross-country and beat the Steelers. It makes absolutely no sense.
Makes sense. Raiders are a good team.
No, it doesn't. If it made sense, the line wouldn't have been 6.5 or 6 or whatever.
The Steelers is only bread and butter right now is defense, and that's even suspect.
Makes no sense.
And the Steelers' defense is good. It makes you work extremely hard for the points that you get. But good, yes, they held Buffalo to 16 and won the game, and then they held the Raiders to what? 27? What score?
26-17.
26-17. Yeah, Raiders had to work extremely hard for those points. I get it. And there was a couple times where I thought Carr was dead when he got hit on the field.
Yeah, he probably should have been dead.
But Carr,
there should have been a penalty on that play,
Carr is resilient. Carr is a top 10 quarterback in the league, and Carr is a Christian, all right? He is ready to go like this. Descend, Donda, Carr. That's what we call Carr. Carter, right to heaven. Who you picking? Eagles or Cowboys?
What does that got to do with anything?
Who are you picking? Eagles or Cowboys?
Cowboys are at home.
Which means we're going to lose now since you picked them. What's up with your boy Jalen Hurts? Because the Eagles look kind of whack.
Jalen Hurts was fire.
Jalen Hurts has had some pretty good moments. First week, balled out first week. Second week, had some moments.
It made no sense. They only scored 11 points.
Scored 11 points.
The team don't trust him.
What did he run? What did he run at all?
I think he has 70-something yards rushing.
Was he running in circles? Because how did he not run to the end zone?
I have no idea. I didn't watch any of the games. I don't know. Somebody that was supposed to beat them.
The Niners. They played the Niners.
Yeah.
And the Niners only scored what?
17-11 final.
17-11. Ew. Ugly score. Is that it?
Let's see. Yep.
That's all the picks?
That was the last game.
I should have wrote down the picks, but shout out to the homie
Hurts
Matt,
had
man.
10 carries for 82 yards.
The homie Matt takes care of this podcast, NFL picks, week to week.
He got sacked twice.
He's the MVP.
Pause.
Did you win your fantasy leagues?
No. I got washed.
And how many you playing?
I got Dak on almost every team. I ain't going to win any games when Dak scores 8 points.
How many leagues you in?
4.
Okay, I'm in 5.
Even the league where I got Mahomes, I didn't win.
I won everyone.
You want to know who's whack? I don't know if it's.
I won everyone except one.
I don't know if it's offensive coordinator's fault or Matt Ryan's fault or what, but them cats picking what's the name number 4 overall, and he got like 2 catches this entire season is whack.
Who?
Tight end man from Florida. He probably has more
Pitts?
than 2 catches, but fam,
they're not using him.
I picked him way too high in the draft to be that whack.
He's I figured that was gonna be Matt Ryan's bread and butter at least for a little while.
Yeah, Julio Jones is gone.
Nope, he wouldn't even pass the ball to him. And I somebody said he can't get open.
He had 5 catches for 73 yards on Sunday, but it didn't seem like it.
Dang, I won those 2 drafts. I won those 4 leagues, and I lost this one.
4 catches for 31 yards, week 1. Yep. Beat it.
See. What did you say?
Beat it.
Yo. I lost 208 to 246. Fam, these leagues with linebackers and DBs and stuff, don't invite me to them leagues no more. Anybody want me to play in your league, don't invite me to no league with no DB and no linebackers. It's dumb. Huh? The fam, this joint I got a DB linebacker. I got 22 points with Wagner, though, at linebacker, though.
Individual defensive players.
Fam, the wide receivers. Oh, and I had Tunyon. Tunyon is a good pick. Well, that's my guy.
Yeah, because that's the only one he can play.
And I don't know why Marlon Mack won't play. And why don't they pass why doesn't Rodgers pass the ball to Lazard anymore? Does he not play?
Mm-hmm.
Lazard was a pretty good wide receiver.
Last night missing blocks.
Man, missing blocks and no passes thrown to him. I love playing people that forget to change their lineups. Goof.
No wonder you went 5-0.
I'm 0-2 in this league, but I went 4-1 this week. Let's do our top 10 picks. B, you ready? So we can go home and get out of here, B.
Sure.
Make it a short episode. We hit on sneakers. We hit on sports. It is what it is. I actually had the homie that was going to come on the podcast, the Tromageddon guy that does UA reviews and stuff, but he couldn't do Tuesday because his work schedule or whatever, and I don't know, man. No joke, I've asked about 3 or 4 people to be on the podcast, and they're all like, yes, and then like, oh, no. So, I don't know, but I think I'm about to invite the cats from Prime.
Kicks and Cuts.
Them cats. It's not called that, but and then I'm gonna invite homeboy, the homies from the Rerun store in Mesa. Get them cats on here. Have some conversations. Get some people in the studio, man. Probably get Mr. Midos back in here. Probably get a few cats in here.
Tell them to bring South Korean flames in so you can finally see them in person.
Rip of them. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to bring some heat in here. See if we can bring some stuff we can look at. Let's do top 10.
Yeah, specifically South Korean dunks.
I don't know if those are heat.
Man.
I mean, I
don't know if they're heat. You've been not knowing a lot of stuff today.
They look like children's shoes a little bit. The red, blue like that, they look like kid GRs.
I'm not putting up with you no more. No.
Top 10 stressful movies to us, George.
Honorable mention.
You got an honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
What you got?
Really, it's all the movies, but we'll just single out number 1, but the first Purge. It was kind of stressful.
Oh, shite. That should be in the top 10.
Them cats, especially like when they doing the family stuff in the part 1, it's kind of stressful.
Actually, every single purge
and them cats running around the streets in the other episodes.
All purges are stressful. That's a good one. Not even on my list. That's your only honorable mention? Mm-hmm. Only honorable mention I got is Saw. And that's probably the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it when I did my research. I saw it on a lot of people's lists, but I was like, I wasn't stressed out by that movie. It was weird.
It was more the anticipation of like, is he actually gonna? It was the first one. Is he gonna actually cut his leg off or foot off to get off that chain or whatever it was? That was the build up to like literally the entire time.
Key went down the drain.
And mainly when I watched the movie, I was just like, the bathroom is so nasty. That's what I was concerned.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You want to go first? Or want me to go first?
Okay.
You go first.
Number 10, wackest list of all time.
Fam, why'd you put together a whack list?
I didn't do it on purpose. I mean, like the top 5, 6, top 7 is pretty fire. For bottom 3, I don't know.
Okay, man, that's 10. Like,
Number 10.
I expect half your list to be whack anyway.
Panic Room. Mainly Panic Room because if you them kids in that movie, them kids were shook.
Wasn't stressed about Panic Room.
Yeah, it was kind of stressful because every time they trying to run on the room, press the button, are they going to make it or are they not going to make it?
Yeah.
Number 9, Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs, like kind of like a whodunit. You trying to figure out who's like
stressed.
Yeah, because you don't know at what point somebody's gonna snap, kill the other one, shoot everybody. Stress, low-key stress movie. That's why it's at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, you're bottom list. You right.
That's why it's at the bottom of the list.
What else you got?
Number 8, Children of Men. Children of Men, the entire movie is weird. That chase scene, cats getting shot by people on motorcycles. It's pretty stressful.
Did you make a weird list or a stressful list?
No, it's pretty stressful. Number 7. I think I put the wrong name. What's the movie where them cats? I put Dunkirk, but I think I put the wrong movie. What's the one with them?
1947.
Yeah, well, it's not 1947.
1941.
Yeah, but no, 1917 or whatever.
1917.
That movie right there. I put Dunkirk, but I mean that movie. Stressed out because literally one take following them cats around and you never know what's going to happen. You never know something's going to blow up, jump out, rat, German soldier. Who's going to get you?
It was a stressful scene, though, scene where he entered that town and he couldn't identify who that was in the close, and they kept getting close to each other and closer and closer, and they recognized they were enemies, and he started shooting, he started dipping.
The entire movie's stressful. When he crossing the thing and man shoot at him on the bridge, and he got to hide by the stairs, and the sniper's still shooting at him. Stressful.
Way more stressful movies than that.
No, well, I mean, that's why it's number 7.
What you got?
Number 6, Speed. The entire movie is, it's called Speed. The entire movie is them being on a bus, can't go below 50 miles an hour. The entire movie's stressed out. Number 5, 7. Heads getting delivered in boxes and stuff. Crazy. Number 4, The Hurt Locker. I don't know why you laughing. The Hurt Locker. The entire movie is basically like, when are you going to get blown up? That's what the entire movie about. When I started doing my list, I started thinking about like any movie. Like you could do the movie with, what's the movie with not Kurt Russell,
Kurt Cobain.
Okay. We talked about it. Where Tommy Lee Jones is the bomber, and that in Ireland or whatever, and that Jeff Bridges, that bomb movie. Any movie with bombs is stressful. That's another reason why Speed is stressful, because they going on like wild goose chases looking for a bomb maker. I think any movie with bomb makers is stressful because you don't know when the bomb's gonna go off. Number 3, Buried. I don't even know if you know what that movie is.
That movie was whack.
It was whack, but it was stressful.
I watched it on the airplane. It wasn't even stressful.
Yes, it was.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yes, it was.
It was like, what? No.
See, you made a list based on if you didn't understand the movie or you disliked it. It can't count. Yes, you just said, what?
This definitely is one of your wackest lists of all time.
No, it's not.
Your number 2 and 1 better be fire.
Number 2, Gravity. The first 5 minutes of that movie is unbelievable. Every time you think you out of propulsion in your jetpack, you might be stuck in space. Stressful. And number 1, by far, Uncut Gems. The entire movie is, it's like they gave you like methamphetamines in the first minute and just keep giving you more methamphetamines the rest of the movie. It makes absolutely no sense.
That's the only one that we have that's the same.
That's because your list makes no sense. Like I said from the very beginning, you're only going to make a list of movies that make sense to you and to nobody else and you like. You just said Buried. You didn't like Buried. That's why it's not on there.
It wasn't stressful.
He's literally buried alive in a box, snakes and stuff coming in the box, and then he's on the phone. He thinks they're coming to rescue him, and they're in the wrong location. The entire movie is stressful. What are you talking about?
Maybe I'll give it to you. Yeah, what are you talking
about?
Uncut Gems, 100%. On my list. But where it's at, nobody knows, B.
Yes, nobody.
Number 10.
You and Sky Pilot.
Number 10, Avengers Infinity War. Fam.
You stressed out by cartoons?
It was, what?
You stressed out by a cartoon movie?
Not a cartoon.
Actually, another movie that probably should be on the list, we'll just make it an honorable mention, but like any of the Matrix is weird.
Yeah, they weren't stressful. It was more like, in the entire movie like this. Wait, what? Huh?
It's kind of stressful.
Oh, that was fire, that bullet. Huh? Wait, who was that? What? Look at them.
Chased by the Sentinels and stuff like that. That's pretty stressful.
Car
Sentinels trying to... Fam, you just put you had to put a cartoon on your list, and you talking about the Matrix.
Infinity War was stressful, one, because nobody anticipated that last 10 minutes of it. Nobody anticipated them taking an L like that. Nobody. It was silence when that happened.
Everybody knew what was gonna happen.
It was silence in the theater, like, couldn't even believe
Everybody
it.
knew they were going to lose.
Couldn't believe it.
First of two movies. No one knew, like, maybe how it was going to happen where he snapped and everybody disappeared.
Yeah, that's the thing. Lose maybe? Okay. But didn't nobody expect that.
That's not stressful.
Number 9, Training Day. Fam, that movie was stressful. That was the one day. Like, people don't forget, it's Training Day. That movie felt like they was doing that for an entire week. Fam, that man almost got killed by the Mexican crews. If he didn't save that niece in that alley, they would have smoked him. You had to deal with them Bloods and Crips in them neighborhoods he was dealing with, having to deal with him all day in the car. What'd he give him? Cocaine? Crack? What'd he smoke on accident? One of the most stressful days ever. You're not gonna tell me that movie wasn't stressful. Fat. Oh, word? Okay, was that just Tuesday for you? Yeah, okay. Number 8, Boys in the Hood. Now, you got to be from the hood to understand Boys in the Hood. You'll never understand Boys in the Hood if you ain't never stood outside of a gate in Compton or anywhere like that all day and you hear a sound around the corner. You got to take steps back to the house just in case. You'll never understand that unless you parts of California. I've been in them parts of California.
You wasn't stressed out as a viewer, though.
I was stressed out as a viewer because I know, yes, I was. I know them areas. I know them problems. Them daily problems.
You act like my list is whack.
No.
Your list has some struggles.
No. Oh, word? Because when you in them areas, and I'm talking Compton, I'm talking about them areas that I played around in. Them areas, you go outside and you gotta.
Yes, in real life. You talking about you watching a movie where you know it's
and
fake.
You gotta go. Fake? That might have been as authentic as a movie gets. Yes, it's played out as it's an acting and stuff like that, but that's authentic.
I expected your list to be
like,
out of control fire the way you were looking at me.
Let me stop. I'm only on number 8.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, The Hills Have Eyes. Fam, I don't like any movie where they actually do a rape scene. All right. They raped that girl in that RV. I could barely watch. That movie was way too stressful. I've seen plenty of movies where they're like acting like it, like they're gonna try to, and something happens. That movie and Clockwork Orange or whatever, I can't stand them movies because of that right there.
Yeah,
way too much stress. Number 6, The Mist. Now, The Mist didn't age too well, but I would imagine in a scenario where something really super duper problematic, and it reminded me of like day one of pandemic, how everybody was in the grocery store. Like, you were on the phone with me buying plums and Viotex, and I'm in the store watching people run around with their heads cut off, acting crazy. That movie, when they said the military had opened up some type of other dimension and things were coming out of it, but they didn't know what it was, and everybody was in that one grocery store, and they divided the store basically, and everyone's arguing and literally fighting hand to hand, and one person got a burner and they yelling and screaming, but they got to deal with the elements as well. Mad stressful, because I could see that happening literally in today's age, how people act right now. Number 5, The Good Son. I don't know if you ever seen The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin. Fam, seeing Macaulay Culkin go from Home Alone kid to that in that movie, is Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. They were kids, and Macaulay Culkin was like this bad kid, and it wasn't like those movies of like demonic kid, like, oh, he might be possessed. He was just bad. And then, like, and this is spoiler alerts for a lot of these too. We've never seen any of these. And you come to find out that he's the one that killed the baby, drowned the baby in the bathtub. He killed that dog. He tried to kill the other people. Fam, to see a kid like that. And you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like when we all had that friend. You didn't know what he was going to do. It was a freaking loose cannon. You didn't know if he was going to fight you one day or give the shirt off his back. Like, Elijah Wood was so stressed hanging out. And it was his cousin. And his parents had died, or his dad had died, or he had to live with them. He had to live with this kid. And this kid was bad news, and nobody would believe him. And he killed his little brother in the bathtub, drowned him because he was getting more attention than he was. That movie was stressful, all right? Number 4, Mother. Did you see Mother?
Nah.
With Jennifer Lawrence?
Haven't seen it.
If you don't like, it's a borderline between scary and psychological. The house was just randomly filling up people. She gave birth to a baby, and they ripped the baby apart and ate it. The movie was so stressful that me, Evan, and Rosie were watching it. We were in silence. When it finally ended, it felt like we had breathed for the first time. We were like, oh, let's just watch this. Whatever. We watched that like with the... I couldn't even believe how crazy that movie was. If you want to see a crazy movie and you be like, fam, like, her house was filling up with people for whatever reason, and everyone stopped touching her, and then she had to hide in her room for days, and then the husband's down there acting crazy. Then she gives birth to this baby, and they take the baby, and the people pass, and they ripped it apart and ate it. Like, that Jennifer Lawrence movie, crazy. Number 3, Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems is at number 3 because most of it was self-inflicted, but it was way too stressful, fam. Whenever you thought, I hate movies when you be like, oh, finally, man, sigh of relief, victory. Nope, go ahead and bet it all again on the team. Oh my God. And then he's in the room locked in there with them. Way too stressful. Number 2, which I am shocked you to have this on the list. Lone Survivor, Mark Wahlberg and them cats on that hill being shot at that entire movie. That movie had the most bullets and shoot I think I've ever seen in a movie in my entire life.
I mean, we knew what was going to happen. It's not stressful. It's
Lord.
True story.
No.
See, that's why Hurt Locker is better example than that.
I don't know the story of Lone Survivor story in real life. I never heard that in the entire of my life. Regardless, even if I had heard the story before, there's nothing like it being played out in front of you like it was. Them cats had been shot up, fall down hills. They were shooting at. They didn't know who they were shooting at. They were being shot at. They didn't know what to do. Running out of ammo, hand-to-hand combat. They was doing every single thing you could possibly think of to survive. Only one person survived out of that whole thing. That was out of control. And number 1, this movie itself, regardless of like good or bad movie, War of the Worlds. You know how War of the Worlds are stressful? Because they had the 2 most annoying kids on the planet in that movie. That daughter, Dakota Fanning, like, in your happy place. Fam, the world is ending, and you got to deal with her screaming, I'm going to go see mom. I'm going to go see mom. I'm going to go see mom. Do you see what's happening? The son was a jerk. You're a bad father. Do you think I care? I'm a bad father. I'm trying to save your life. Tom Cruise got both those kids to Boston, gave them to the mother, and neither one of them said a word. No one said thank you. No one said nothing to them. That was the most stressful thing ever. All right. And in that car station wagon, when all the people jumped in the car and were ripping the glass with their bare hands, trying to get their car because they were driving.
You're explaining basically the plot from Greenland.
God. Greenland wasn't to that extent.
The plot of Greenland.
It wasn't to that extent.
Man, you out of control.
But my list, if you've never seen, I recommend The Good Son, older movie, 93. Good Son, Mother.
Nope.
The Mist. Go see those. Fire movies. Those are the top 10 most stressful movies to us. George, you got anything else?
Nope.
I got nothing else. Short episode. Appreciate everybody who listens and subscribes to this podcast. Episode next week. Yeah, we'll see. I might not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So I'm kind of thinking about taking a 1-day break. I feel like we deserve it, B. We've earned it. All right. That's the sneak test. Pow.
Oh, we didn't pick the Raiders game. Good. I'm glad we didn't pick the Raiders
game. Whoa, go back then. How you missed the Raiders game?
Because it's at the top of my favorites, but it wasn't until the afternoon.
What's the game?
Dolphins at Raiders. Raiders -3.5.
Raiders. Who you got? Just say it.
Can't do it. Can't jinx them. Actually, you know what? We're going to test it. Let's test it. Raiders by 75,000.
You don't got to say 75,000.
Raiders lose? My fault. Actually, it's your fault.
It's your fault.